What up guys, and welcome to the South Coast. In today's video we're doing the 100-hour service on the Bad Boy Maverick. Let's get to it. Alright guys, like I said, we're doing the 100-hour service on the Bad Boy Maverick. This Maverick has the Kohler 747 Confidant engine on it. So I was able to find on Amazon this service kit. Comes with a fuel filter, air filter, oil filter, 2 spark plugs, which we might not change, I'm not sure yet, and then 2 quarts of oil. Also, I found this in one of the Bad Boy Facebook groups. Somebody was using this for their oil filter. I think it's called I think it's Greg's oil filter funnel or something like that. I'll put a link for it in the description. But we're going to see how it works, see how we like it. But supposedly put that right under where the oil filter screws in, screw out your oil filter, and it directs all the oil to your catch pan off this funnel end down into your catch pan or whatever you got, instead of getting all over your engine deck. So first things first, let's drain the oil and we'll try this thing out. Alright guys, so on these Kohler motors, the oil filter's here on this side. There's a hole cut here in the deck plate, so you could drain it through that hole into your oil catch pan. And I've done that previously. It does make a little bit of a mess. Your oil will run around on your engine deck and it's just a little bit more to clean up. But I saw this product in one of the Bad Boy Mower groups on Facebook. So basically, you slide that funnel up underneath your oil filter when you're taking it off. It's got this piece of tubing that snugs up here on the end of it. And so, I think the idea will be keep that under the filter whenever we're unscrewing it. Oil will drop into that funnel, run down the tube into our catch pan. So, hopefully this works. If not, we're about to make a mess. But either way, let's give it a go. Alright guys, so that is the oil change done. Took about 1 3/4 quart of oil. Obviously I'm gonna go ahead and run the engine. After the engine runs for a bit, I'll shut it down, let the oil settle, check it again. If we need to add a little bit more, we will. So got the oil filter changed, new oil put in. This oil filter funnel, I definitely think it helped reduce the amount of mess there on the engine deck. Do I think it is a necessity or like a must-have for changing your oil in your bad boy? Probably not. You probably save the dollars. Maybe just shove a piece of cardboard or a paper towel under there whenever you pull your filter, and that would pretty much do the same thing. There's not a ton of oil that comes out whenever you pull your filter, so get this if you want. I will definitely continue to use it since I have it. And like I said, I'll put a link down in the description if you would like to get one of your own. So next thing we're doing is changing the fuel filter. Alright guys, so changing the fuel filter will be a little bit different for me. In a previous video, I installed a fuel cutoff switch here, or a valve rather, there underneath my frame rail. You can sort of see the handle right there. So this is not factory. I'll put a link to the video that the video for me installing this. But so for me, I'm gonna go ahead and close that off. That way I'll only have a short run of fuel line that has fuel in it. I'll go ahead and get this filter changed. Alright, well the fuel filter change was as simple as that. Go ahead and come back open with my fuel shutoff valve. Got that back open, so now whenever we go to start her on up, be able to get that filter filled up with fuel to the engine. Alright, so next step, air filter. Let's change it out. Alright guys, so looking at the spec sheet or instructions that came with this kit, which was a nice inclusion, if I might say so to myself. Alright, so the model number for my mower, the engine on my mower is a ZT740. We're going to gap these spark plugs to 0.76 millimeters or 0.030 inches. To do that, you need a spark plug gapping tool. Had to search around for mine because it's been a minute since I've gapped spark plugs. So for those who don't know, there's a gap between the electrode and the ground strap on a spark plug. And that gap is the gap across which the spark is made. So that little gap right there is what starts the combustion of the fuel that has gone into your engine. So we're going to take our little spark plug gapping tool. You can see it's sort of graduated numbers. The thickness around the rim increases as you go around. So over here it starts at 0.020 inches, and over here on the thick end it's 0.100 inches. So these need to be gapped to 0.03. So we'll sort of start right there at 0.2, and the way I do it is you sort of just give it a little gentle pry and sort of slide it down until you get to where you need to be, and check it a couple times. Alright, that one's good to go. That one had to be opened up a little bit. Let's check this one. This one too needs just a little opening up, and we're there. So you sort of see how that tool fits in there, and that sets the gap of your spark plugs. So obviously there, setting that spark plug gap, it's an easy thing to do. You just got to sort of be mindful of how far open you're prying your gap. You can sort of gently tap that grounding strap and close it back up if need be. This is an important thing to do. These spark plugs, even though sometimes you can buy them, they say they're pre-gapped, always check them. I've had them come in where they've been nearly touching the ground strap, and I've had them come where the gap's so wide that a spark won't even make it across there. Not a huge deal. You probably would be fine in a lawnmower. It would probably still run for you without gapping them, but like do a lot of automotive racing, that sort of stuff, higher performance engines, things of that nature, that spark plug gap is a huge deal. So get yourself a gap tool, learn how to gap spark plugs. It could help you down the road. Let's get these spark plugs installed. Alright guys, well, I hope you can hear me. First off, starting to rain on this tin roof gets a little bit loud. But we got the oil changed, oil filter changed, air filter changed, fuel filter changed, and the spark plugs gapped and changed. So, let's see if we can fire this bad boy mower up. Alright guys, that rain is really coming down, so I hope you can hear me. But we got all the servicing done, spark plugs, air filter, oil filter, and fuel filter. So we got all that stuff changed out. It's super convenient that it all came in that kit, even with the oil. So convenient just having it all in one-stop shop sort of thing. I'll have that kit linked down in the description below. That oil filter funnel, sort of a take it or leave it thing, is nice to have. It definitely kept me from making more mess than I did, but I don't think it would be a requirement for an oil change. It's not life-changing as far as the oil change goes on this motor. So I'll link it in the description. Get it, try it out if you want, but if not, you'll be all right just the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get on into the house without getting too soaked. I hope y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time down here on the South Coast.